If you walked into a room of people and we asked you, what could we be doing to be more creative? What might you suggest?
There's a couple different techniques I use personally for creativity, so I can't speak for other people. I can only speak what works for me. I love what I call the power of appropriation, which is identifying something that's working and then combining it with something else. So, for example, it could be finding an idea in our industry from the world of cosmetics in Tokyo. So we could identify a really cool trend and something that's working in a very different category, and then appropriating it into our category or maybe merging it with another idea. Most creativity is not necessarily it's an original idea. It's combining two existing ideas into a new form of originality. One of the biggest things I also do is I always need a creative partner. My mind tends to think a little bit more strategic, and for me to be really creative, I need to have that great creative partner who can bring things to life, who can bring ideas to the table. And it's the marriage for me of creativity and strategy that allows me to do my job.
And how do you work with that partner? Like, what would be the process?
So the process of the way I work with creatives is, unfortunately, it's very different than how a lot of other companies do it. And it's a mutual respect of believing that creativity can inform strategy and that strategy can inform creativity. And what most companies do is it's a much more linear path. So they identify a strategy, they create a brief around that, and then it goes into the design element, and it just kind of works its way through research until commercialization. And for us, like often the first step is we'll start with creative and design before we even get into the strategy. And a really great strategy is only as good as its ability to be translated into something truly great through design and through creativity.
Right.
And I think that's the difference in our process is we really blur those lines between strategy and creative.
And I would imagine a lot of the creative insight sparks new strategic thoughts as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of companies, they'll talk about creative as creative services.
Yeah.
I fundamentally believe, okay, if my role is to help kind of drive strategy, I'm there to set up the assists. It's their job to score the goal, because ultimately what they're creating is really what the consumer will touch, smell, hear, feel, both rationally and emotionally.